Welcome to the Reckless Reasoning Podcast, where I ain't gonna bullshit you, but if the shoe fits you, y'all. Welcome back, man. I told you I would be back with another special guest, man. Y'all know who this is, man. Y'all may know him from his new gig, AutoSells on Facebook, man. But if y'all know him, y'all know the original him, man. Mr. Face of Franklin, man. Mr. Track himself, man. Jay, bro, welcome to the show.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? So today's episode, hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? This is a personal, genuine, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that I kick with on a daily. But yeah, so talk to the people about how did you get into car sales and how does that affect your, how does car sales, all right, I'm going from a personal experience, because I never seen you as focused on a job before, you promote your shit every day or whatever, what clicked inside of you to ignite that switch for you to go hard for something like this?
I'll say mainly focusing on myself, being more independent, not really wanting to feel like I need somebody to do anything. Personally, coming into this year, I'll say it was very serious for me. I felt like I wanted to be the best version of myself, and I had to just put myself in a position to win. I didn't want to lose at all. So I had been through a lot over the last year. I felt like, damn, I wasn't even going to make it out of last year. But 2023, I just felt like when I woke up January 1st, it was time. That switch it clicked. And I never went this hard before, other than when I read track, obviously. But, I'm an adult now. It's real life. And I know if I don't go as hard as I'm going now, it's not going to be real good future for me. So, that's pretty much the main thing, though.
Let's talk about the success you having on cars. You know what I'm saying? You being a young black man in the inner city, you on Facebook every day, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever, you promoting your car sales. You know what I'm saying? So how is the business side of that? Would you see you promoting it and actually showing people I could fault with you, I could get you into some shit? Would you make it seem like that makes your job a whole lot easier?
I'll say mainly it's very hard for a black man to really be successful in the position that I am in. The generation that we in, the time that we in, this is the hardest anybody should be going for real. Especially me being a young black man at that. I'm only 21 years old doing what I'm doing. I see a vision for myself, you get what I'm saying? And it's been times where I always got distracted. And I just feel like right now I've never been so invested. So with TikTok, social media, Facebook, stuff like that, I've always been kind of popular throughout social media. So I feel like me using it in the way that I'm using it now, there's no other way to use that exposure. TikTok, we're gonna make sure we mention it on the broadcast, but my TikTok, Face of Franklin, I have videos over there, expressing how to get cars with certain credit scores. I always get a lot of people that overthink when buying stuff or when they come to see me or whatever. They're stressing, not knowing what their next move will be. Any customer that I've had, anyone that came to see me, I work with everyone from people that could be my grandfather, grandmother. They put their trust in me. I go very hard for this business that I'm in. I feel like I can express myself a lot. I can be myself. I don't have to fake a front. I'm not going to work just to get a dollar, get a dime. I'm going to work actually loving what I'm doing. And with you being one of my best guys over the years, how it used to be, just going to work just to go to work. Getting up, just calling it a day, coming home, gossiping about, no. I go to work and I'm really excited about what I do. I love what I do. I love helping people. I have customers that call me damn near in tears, can't believe in the things that I've done. And I never felt as grateful and appreciative to be in the position that I'm in now. I feel like I can help anybody. I do. So, I always try to work with people of my descent, I'm gonna be honest, because we're already,
Black History Month,
yeah, and it's Black History Month. We're already put at a bottom pedestal out the womb. We already put underneath. So if I'm put in a position where I can help us in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna show out and I'm gonna perform at my best. You feel me? So if I could do that through any type of social media, I'm gonna do it. If I could do it through talking to the right people, I'm gonna do it. I put myself in positions and I put myself in rooms where you can't look back. If you're the best person in a room, like, you clearly need to be in a different room. And that's what I did, you know?
So, like, for the people who do got, like, bad credit or they don't got a lot of money to put down, like, talk to them and to, like, explain to them how just because you don't got good credit or you don't got, like, a lot of money for the down payment that you don't got to walk out of here in, like, a damn rust bucket or a hoopty or something. Elaborate to them, like, how if they come, you know what I'm saying, see where you at, you know what I'm saying, you could get them into something nice and more up to their speed.
Yeah. All right, so I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. When you come to me to get a car, I'm not helping you just get a car and, like, get out the door. Like, here's a car, go. I'm helping you for the long term. I'm helping you build your credit up. I'm helping you be able to get a house. I'm helping you do things that you want to do down the line. And it could all start through me. Most of my customers that I work with, like, I can relate to. I had to leave college. Wasn't really close with my family, couldn't get a cosigner. Every time I go to a dealership, they'll be like, oh, you need a cosigner. And I was leaving. That's how I messed up my credit in the beginning, you know? And a lot of people overthink, thinking like, I can't relate to them, I don't understand the situation. And I really want to make sure people understand, like, I've had a car repo before. I've been through a lot. You know, I've had to walk to work. I've had to take the bus to work. I've done it all since 16, you know? And that's why I'm so grateful for the things that I have. And I kind of do post my accomplishments, because it's like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would be where I'm at now, like, I wouldn't believe it. So for people that come to me and they say, like, you know, I don't have much money to put down, I really just need a vehicle, I have kids, stuff like that, like, I'm going to put you in a position where you're comfortable. You're not feeling forced. You're not feeling like you're going to be put in a situation where you can't handle. All I ask is, you know, if you're working, there's no reason you shouldn't have a car. If you're able to provide for your family and stuff, there's no reason you should not be able to get to and from work. People come to me with bad credit all the time. People think, oh, if I got bad credit, I can't come to you. You can come to me. I'm going to help you. If there's a certain car that you see, you know that you want that car, I'm going to put you in a game plan to get to that vehicle. You may not get it today. You may not get it tomorrow. But I guarantee in 6 months to a year, you'll be in that same exact vehicle. If you know you're driving something and it barely want to start up and you don't know what to do with it, you still owe on it, whatever, I take it. Like, it's no reason that no one should feel like they can't come to me. I relate to everything. I truly do. So when it comes to credit, if you got bad credit, I want you to know, like, I'm going to put you in a car that's going to help with your credit. And when I say that, I'm not saying to put you in something where it's a rust bucket, like my man said, or like it's barely going to get you from A to B. No, I'm going to put you in a fully warranted vehicle. I'm going to put you in a vehicle that fits your family size. I'm going to put you in something that's going to get you to and from and not with no worries. When you're in a situation where you feel like your credit isn't that good, being flashy, being hot, being on the spot, that shouldn't be your concern, because it's definitely not mine. Now, am I going to make sure you're able to be in that situation down the line? Yes, most definitely. I put people in 2023s with 400 credit scores. I put people in 2023s with permits. And I make sure, and I know you didn't ask this, but I'm going to make sure I include this as well. People always come in, they're like, okay, why do I have to get the newest car? I mean, why can't I just get a 2015?
Right.
Why do I have to leave the lot with the newest thing walking? No. See, I actually work numbers. I worked at Loomis. I was an accountant at Loomis. I work numbers. I work interest rates. I know all about it. When you come to me and you feel like, oh, I just want a 2015. I don't want nothing too big. I don't want to drive in the newest thing out. Trust and believe. I work with the banks. I know what they're doing. And every dealership in Rochester, New York, every dealership in the United States, the nation, we all go through the same banks. There's some banks, you know, that I'm closer with, you know, so I'll be able to get you good deals. But I want you to know this. The reason why you can't get a 2015 is because, say you go get that 2015 Malibu from me, you leave in it, cool. You don't make any payments on it. You know, not saying you're not going to make no payments, not saying you're not going to commit to what you were given, but these are banks that are willing to give you $20,000. These are banks that are willing to give you $20,000, $30,000. You have to look at the stipulations that they're going to give you. Nothing in life is just completely free. You know, we got to be able to trust you. And for us to trust you, you got to give us something to trust. So when we give you a 2023 and I say, okay, I'm about to put you in this 2023 Outlander or Mitsubishi Mirage or 2023 Honda, whatever. It's because if something does come up where you can't take care of that vehicle, when we go to take it back, it's got resale value. Now, if I go get that 2012 Impala that I gave you and I go to resell it and it already has 80,000 miles, stuff like that, it's not going to make no money. Nobody's going to buy that vehicle again. Now, if I put you in that 2023 and you build your credit or you don't and lose that vehicle, when we go to bring that vehicle back to us, we can resell it to the next person that could be in the same situation you was in. Simple. People always think, oh, why I got to get the heated seats, push to start, stuff like that. Trust and believe. I'm making sure you're in a vehicle. Some people are walking. I'm just here to stop that. You don't need to be no pedestrian if you got me on your social media at all.
Because what's the slogan?
When Jay starts talking, you will not be walking. This is guaranteed. It's not a joke. There's no gimmicks. There's no, I'm doing a social media. I'm doing all of this, but you come to me and it's something different. No, everything that I'm telling you right here, right now, it's the same thing in person. It's the same thing.
So, that's for people that got bad credit or good credit. What about like younger kids, like, you know, that's just fresh out of high school or something that don't got no credit at all and they looking to like to have a car to start their credit? What's the process like that for them?
Facts. So say, for example, when I first got my first car, I didn't have any credit. Not bad, not good. I just didn't have any credit. Never did anything. It's something called established credit. Just because you got one credit card, don't mean you got established credit. We're all young. I'm 21. If you're 21 and down and you're looking for a vehicle, I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm either gonna go the cosigner route, or I'm either gonna go the money down route. If I see that you're working, if I see that you're bringing in $3,000 a month, $2,500 a month, $4,000 a month, you're making money. You're not broke. If you're looking for a $20,000 car, $30,000 car, $15,000 car, clearly you need to invest in yourself. So I'm going to help you. You can bring me $1,000, you'll be in a vehicle. $500, you'll be in a vehicle. You got to give me something to work off of. So say you come in, you like, oh, I can't get a cosigner. It's my first time ever doing this. I can't get a cosigner. I don't know. Cool. One thing I do know, people love money. People love money. I'm so tight and locked in with my GM, with my managers. It's like they understand the people that come through the door for me. 9 times out of 10, they got fair credit and down. It's been very rare I found somebody that I worked with. And I've been doing this for probably almost a month now. I can honestly say I probably had 1 or 2 customers with a credit score that was over 650. 650 is fair credit. I want y'all to understand that. To me, that's amazing. To the banks, that's fair credit. Now, if you can't get a cosigner, this is what I'll do. I'll explain to whomever is in your family that's willing to help you. I will offer you up to $1,000 to help your child get off to a fresh start. And this isn't a joke. This isn't no, oh, where's the money? No, it's going to be in a check, literally right to your doorstep. It's not a joke. I've done it, and I'm going to mention him as well. I had an old friend of mine. He came in, couldn't get a cosigner. He didn't know what his next move was going to be. Now he's calling me, texting me every day like, oh, I didn't know that you could really do this. I didn't know you can get me out of a vehicle that I was paying all this money on. And he had got a cosigner. His cosigner got a $1,000 check. Didn't have 3 months worth of payments to even do. I've got it where they didn't even have to pay their first payment until like May. Like, if you're struggling, if you're going through something, you got to express that to me. You got to explain every single little bit, because I'm going to help you. Wherever your flaw is in your game plan, I'm going to find a way to help you. That's no joke. He had a $800 check sent to him and a $1,000 check sent to his cosigner just for being able to give me something to work with. I'm going to help you.
So it doesn't matter if you got good credit, bad credit. Come see Jay, you're going to end up in a car. Also, I feel like the people want to know, you know, some people that got cars and they want to talk or get into like trade-ins. And they think because they probably do got an older model car, the value not as high. But talk to them, like, how can you still get them in a new car, no matter, like, long as it's not like, you know, beat to hell.
Right. So say you got a vehicle that you're willing to trade in. You owe a lot of money on it, or you just got it and you don't know what the hell to do. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna start off with talking about like if your car beat up or something like that and you're ready to get rid of it. Say you got a vehicle that's beat up, old, 2010 and down, who knows, whatever. It's windows barely come up, barely starts, who really cares, whatever. Bring it to me. I will take it. It's not a joke. You bring that vehicle to me, I'm going to make sure, because you worked with me, you come into my dealership, you ask for me, you do not get the same deal if you do not ask for Jay. And I really want to make sure people know that. I've had people come into the dealership and like, I see them sitting down and they like, I'm here because I saw you on Facebook. I'm here because I saw your commercial. But they're sitting down with a coworker. Then they're walking out with no vehicle. If you're looking for a vehicle, you will not get the same deal if you don't come through me. And I want to make sure that's clear. I've had someone trade in a vehicle. It didn't have any heat. Windows barely would go up and down. It had dents, dings all around it, and still owed the fucking, how much? Fucking thousands of dollars. Who knows? Went through a terrible bank, was behind on payments, all of it. We took the vehicle. We paid off the rest of the loan. We got you in a new vehicle. I understand everyone's situation. It's not no catch. It's no catch. It's not no little fine print at the bottom. No. Now, I'm going to talk about if you got a vehicle and you just owe a lot of money on it. It's not beat up, whatever. You just owe a lot of money on it. Okay, sound good. You bring that vehicle to me. Don't think, oh, because I owe $15,000 or $12,000, is it going to roll over onto my payments? No. No. What we're going to do is we're going to talk to the banks. We're going to see what bank you went through. We're going to see what we could do. We could work with them. So, for example, I had someone come in with a 2017 Malibu. They owed about $20,000 left on it because the interest rate for their vehicle was so high. The interest rate, I want to make sure I go into a good definition of interest rate as well. So when you buy a car and they say, what's my payments or what's my interest rate going to be? I can go buy a 12,000 Nissan Versa right now. The bank's going to sell it to me for, let's say 17. The interest rate is going to be high or low. When you got a low interest rate, you're only going to pay what? Let's say $13,000, $14,000 for that car. When you got a high interest rate, you're going to be paying around $25,000 for a $12,000 car. That's what I help with as well. So when you go to these dealerships and you're young and you don't know what you're really doing, they're going to get you. They're going to make sure to get that interest rate high up because you don't understand nothing about that. You don't got nobody in your family that's going to tell you, oh, this is a high interest rate. You don't need to buy that. Now you're paying on a car for about 7 years that you don't want anymore. We fixed that. Come through me.
And that's just that. And you got into it a little bit. Said you people seen your commercial. Get into that. How did that come about? Like you just started and some shit, and they see your potential already that they want to put you behind the camera. Like, yeah. Talk about that opportunity and what's that's like.
Well, I've always been an outgoing person. I've always been the one to be the guy to make the quiet person laugh. You get what I'm saying? Like, if my teachers ever put me in a classroom and they put me right by somebody that barely talked and they tried to separate me from this dude right here or something, I was able to make them people laugh regardless. I always felt like, I could be a motivational speaker. I'm not shy. I'm outgoing. It's just like there's nothing that can really hold me back. Me being in front of a camera doesn't spook me. Me being in front of a lot of people doesn't spook me. I'm very straightforward, very blunt, very honest guy. I had friends that's, are antisocial, can't really be around big crowds, can't be around. I was always the guy that could speak for them if they needed someone to. Me doing the commercials and stuff like that, this is what makes me go back to I can be myself. Like, I'm not doing nothing by script. I'm not doing nothing where I got to force myself to be somebody that I'm not. I'm being myself. So when I'm talking and I'm going out and I'm doing all of this stuff, like, bad things shouldn't be the only thing that portray me when I open my mouth. I should be able to say great things and it reach other people as well. So for anyone, that sees my things, they don't even have to support it, like it or whatever. I promote myself enough and I be myself enough where you have no choice but to notice me. So I've always been outgoing. I've always been a non-shy person. The life of the party, when I get somewhere, they know Jay gonna turn up. Like, I'm able to portray that in my job, and that's what I love. I can be myself. I can be loud. I can be to myself. It's days where some days I may feel like I don't even want to talk at all. But me working with a customer, it'll make sure I'm able to still be myself and reach out, And it's helped me with, I want to make sure we touch on this as well, networking. I've got to meet a lot of people, a lot of local singers, local artists. Like, you can meet a lot of people from what I do. And I didn't know that before I started here.
You said you wanted to touch on networking. I was just about to get into that. You feel like you working in a dealership, like you said, you seeing local singers, local dancers, like, do you feel like that'll help you get into more opportunities today, like even put you in like little commercial shoots or anything like that, like you building like a brand or something, like you'll be known, you'll get like shout outs or something?
Yeah. I feel like through my job and the people that I've met, like, it opens doors that I thought would never be able to be open for me. It's places that I see myself going that I did not know I would be able to even make it to. The people that I've met so far just in 1 month of working at this job, like, it's just amazing to me. I've been invited to, I've had big invites, to things out of state, to other business proposals, to work with other local artists, do commercials with, local podcasts. And for example, a big one to me, Hotbox TV, he's reached out to me. Jeffrey's reached out to me, Shout out to Hotbox TV, shout out to Jeffrey, shout out, Best Number TV as well. He definitely, like, they all willing to, support each other. And that's what I love. Like, people that's up and coming and young, like, it's a whole lot of hate in our city. It's a whole lot of hate. It's a lot of distastefulness. It's a lot of, wanting to see the next person down or want to be better than the next person. Like, the people that we work with, the people that reach out to me, like, they want to see you do great. We may not be famous right now, but we all helping each other to get to that point. No one's stingy, no one's jealous of each other, and no one's hating on the next man. And that's another thing that I love.
Sound like you're all about motivation and lifting each other up. Do you want to say any? Actually, shout out your socials, you know what I'm saying, so they can know where to find you, know where to hit you.
Yeah. My social medias, I want to make sure I add this. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have TikTok, I have Snapchat, I have over 3 Facebooks. There's no reason that nobody should be able to reach me. I'm everywhere. TikTok, over 1,000 of followers. Instagram, thousands of followers. Facebook, I have 3 Facebook pages, over 3,000 friends on all. Like, and I don't turn nobody down. My main Facebook is my actual name, Jay Glenn Harris. My backup Facebook, when I get blocked on there or whatever the case may be, is Benjamin Franklin, which I use as I'm on right now. This is my backup page. And I have my J AutoSells page, which is my professional page. Like, I know I've always been telling people, like, please reach out to the J AutoSells page. It's gotten to the point where, like, it don't even matter at this point. As long as you get to me, just get to me. I'm going to be able to help you. I've seen people reach out to me, talk to me, hit me or whatever for appointments, schedule appointments, and then I see them, get in a car from somewhere else. Like, I'm telling you, I'm somebody that you could trust. I'm only 21, and I'm in a position that a lot of people probably twice my age couldn't be in. And I'm willing to share that with people that aren't as fortunate. But,
and that's it, man. Make sure y'all follow the Reckless Reasoning Podcast Facebook page. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Reckless Reasoning _podcast. Make sure y'all sub to my other YouTube channel, Slim TV. And that's it for another episode.